You've heard of Osaka and Kyoto, but it's time to put Kobe on the map. It is Hyogo's capital prefecture, so there's lots to see and do as well as eat. And we're going to take you to the best spots. So let's go and enjoy Kobe. Be Kobe! I'm right in the heart of Kobe's Chinatown, and I'm here to try some affordable Kobe beef. I'm here at Kobe Beef Kishokichi, and it's a great alternative for people who don't have a lot of money or a lot of time to try Kobe beef while they're visiting. And everything on the menu looks amazing. Like, they've got sushi, they've got steak, they've got burgers. Should we order? I'm so hungry. 今日はこの比べセットを一つと、あとはどうしようかな。I think I'm gonna go for the sandwich as well. じゃあこの神戸ビーフのチーズサンドイッチを一つ。I've got my Kobe beef sushi here, and it's only 1,200 yen for these two pieces. I've got a medium rare kind of sushi here, as well as just a regular red meat. And I'm gonna put some wasabi on and give it a go. These are both A5, which is the best quality of Wagyu in Japan. So, itadakimasu. It just melts in your mouth. I can taste the marbled meat. It's really nice. Both of them are delicious, but I can certainly taste the difference. The higher the grade, the more marbled it is. So it just literally kind of melts in your mouth. The texture is so soft, whereas the other one was a little bit chewier. So if you're only gonna try Kobe beef, I recommend going for the more expensive one. It's only a little bit more. But I do have one more thing I want to try. This is interesting. I've got this Kobe beef cheese sandwich, and they did some caramelized onion on the plate right in front of me, and they cooked like this little piece of meat, and the cheese is all melted, and it's inside like a little pita roll. This is a really interesting dish to get because it's such a casual way to enjoy such like a high grade meat. I do like it. It's a lot easier to get. It's only 600 yen, so this is perfect for street food. And I'm just gonna take another bite because this is actually delicious. You guys might have noticed Spider-Man in the background, and I asked the shop staff why it's there. Well, apparently he just loves Spider-Man. So this Chinatown is actually called Nankin Machi, which is named after Nanjing in China, which was the capital at the time this place was founded. And you can see there's so many people, it's bustling. And because Kobe is a port city, there's so many like blends of different cultures. Like the influence from the Western side of things as well as the Chinese is just so clear when you come and explore this beautiful city. And there's so much going on here. There's beautiful food, there's lanterns, and I've heard it's most popular in January and February when there's like lantern festivals. This is Sannomiya area, a part of downtown Kobe where all the best food, nightlife, and activities are happening. And you'll probably access this place when you visit Kobe because it's only about 40 to 60 minutes from either Osaka or Kyoto. And I'm going to take a little bit of a walk around and show you what you can find here.
Sannomiya is a hip downtown district in Kobe known for its bustling atmosphere and diverse culinary scene. You can find new ways to enjoy Kobe beef, but you can also find something on the sweet side. We covered this more in another video coming out soon, so check it out later.
Now we're at Kitano-cho Plaza, which is actually at the foot of Rokko Mountain over there, which we'll head to later tonight. And this place is super popular with tourists because it's only a 10 to 15 minute walk to Sannomiya station. And there are literally so many Western buildings. And that's because it's a well-preserved area that was booming during the opening of the port of Kobe. And nowadays you can just visit and actually go inside some of them. And all the buildings kind of fit so effortlessly here. Even the Starbucks just blends in so beautifully. But I want to check out a local popular spot for some morning coffee. Let's head there now. I'm right outside Nishimura Coffee, and you can tell by the outside that it's an old Japanese kisaten, which has this particular charm to it. Let's head inside now. Okay, inside the cafe now, and it has such a classy and elegant feeling to it. And I've never experienced quite a kisaten, and I'm excited because look at this menu. It is heavy, it's big, and it's this wooden book. And I heard something very interesting. This is the first place in Japan to serve straight black coffee as well as coffee jelly, which that's a pretty impressive thing because Japan is big with their coffee. But for now, while I wait for my coffee, I'm just gonna enjoy this atmosphere because this was for members only. And if you didn't know, I'm not a member. It's open to the public now. So anyone can come here and enjoy this beautiful historic location. All right, my Cafe Royal is here. So this is essentially brandy with sugar, and they heat it and then it's melted in. So I'm gonna put the sugar inside. Ooh. And of course it's their original coffee. It's Cafe Royal. Have you guys seen Cafe Royal before? This is the first time I've come across it. That is incredibly easy to drink. I don't usually go for black coffees, but the way they've combined the sugar and the brandy, it's like a light aromatic coffee. That's tasty. Before the earthquake is when it was members only. There was a huge earthquake in Kobe. Just heard the sounds of an antique clock going. So it really feels like I've stepped back in time. That's what I love about Kisaten. It's such a retro feeling. And there's actually several locations across Kobe as well as Osaka, but I think this was the original one. So it's nice to come here and experience it. I highly recommend it. Arigatou gozaimasu. See, this is Kisaten bread right here. I don't know where to start. All of my extra dishes have come out. I have a really, really thick shokupan, like breakfast toast with butter, coffee jelly, which is so, as we call it in Japanese, puru-puru. Look at that shaky jelly. As well as the classic blend coffee, where it all began. That is delicious bread. It's massive, and they've like lathered it in butter. The reason why they had bread is because it was often a place that people would come early in the day for breakfast or like a light kind of meal. I'll move on to my dessert, and I was expecting the coffee jelly to be more in a parfait, so it's my first time seeing it on a platter like this, so that's delicious. They must use their original coffee in this jelly because the coffee flavors are just magnificent. And I like that they've paired it with some fruit on the side, which is quite expensive here in Japan. Wow, I love the sounds in here.
I'm here to take a cruise across the Kobe Harbourland, and I'm on a boat called the Kobe Concerto, and it looks absolutely incredible. Let's take a tour.
Ooh, it's twilight. Titanic! Wow, this feels amazing. I can see the bridge in the distance. I can see the mountain range and the sky's turning pink. This is absolutely stunning. I can just feel Kobe. Be Kobe. I think that's their tagline. If you want to experience Kobe, I cannot recommend this enough. This is a unique experience here in Japan. So romantic. Time for my gourmet dinner. I have a lovely chef cooking up a feast. I've got A5 Wagyu ready to be consumed. There was literally just fire going up and I'm so excited. 楽しみにしてます. This is why you gotta come to Kobe to try this amazing Wagyu. And I've got the beautiful night view because the sun has gone down and I'm treated to all the sparkling lights of Kobe. I've also got some seasonal vegetables that are going to pair with it. Time to dig in. Itadakimasu. Everything looks incredible. How about I start this meal with the A4 Wagyu from Kobe. That is so soft. It's delicious. And I love that I could see it was cooked right in front of me. This is such an amazing experience that I really can't get in many places in Japan. I want to pair it with this garlic chip. Delicious. And we'll go on to the sweet potato. If you come here, not only can you try Japanese Kobe beef, you can also get mussels as well as other side dishes. There's even dessert. There's literally so much to enjoy here. Okay, I'm gonna try it with some wasabi, the Japanese style. So buttery and soft, juicy and tender. This is such an elegant way to enjoy a lovely dish. It's a very luxurious dinner. I don't know if I deserve it, but I think there's still a few more things I want to see out here in Kobe, especially at nighttime. So maybe I'll go for a little wander after I finish this course. We've come to the top of Mount Rokko for this amazing night view, and the city has just come to light. It's sparkling, it's gorgeous. They actually call this the $10 million view, and I can see why. It's probably one of the best views I've ever seen in all of Japan. And you can actually get a cable car from Sanjo Station, and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And I don't have words. It's incredible. Wow, we even have a view of Osaka in the distance, as well as the city and harbour of Kobe. And the great thing about this is it's not just a view, they also have restaurants, cafes, and a souvenir shop, so you can really take your time here and relax and just enjoy this stunning view. My goodness.
This area is a popular date night spot, so enjoying dinner at a restaurant with a sunset or evening view is recommended. You can even try Kobe beef curry here with a drink bar.
Most people don't know, but Kobe actually has its own onsen town. I'm at Arima Onsen, and it's actually only 30 minutes by train from the city. There's usually cities in Japan like Tokyo and Osaka. There's no onsen nearby. You gotta use like a car or something. But once you're here, you get off the train and you can just walk around the entire town, which is so great. As a tourist, you wanna go to the onsen. While you're walking around, you can also see beautiful wooden buildings and just enjoy the kind of old traditional feeling Japan has. This is actually my first time here in Arima, and I'm surprised by how much street food there is. You can really spend a whole day just eating around the area, and it's so nice. I wish I'd come here earlier, but I know I'll be back because there is literally so much to do. And I've seen a lot of other foreign tourists, so it's definitely English friendly, and I think it's just that access. It's so convenient. You can actually take the train right from Tokyo to Kobe and then just hop on another one and get here, so you probably get here with, your JR pass if you still want to buy that. One really cool thing about this area is that there's two types of onsen water here. They have the gold type and the silver type, but both of them have all these health benefits. And I have a lot of I have some ankle pain, so I'm hoping that the muscles will be soothed and I'll come out feeling like, super Satan. Is he strong? I don't know. Apparently, according to our cameraman, every extra minute you're in onsen adds another minute or two to your lifespan. Yes, he said that. That's no. Okay, every second, then we're gonna live forever, mate.
I'm trying to walk up a mountain.
I can actually smell the onsen. It's so sulfuric. That's the thing that you'll notice when you come to these little onsen towns. They have a unique scent and smell to them. Some will say it's eggy, but I just like eggs. All right, guys? Yeah. I'm at Yunohana do Honpo to try a fresh treat that's cooking right behind me. Oh, oishiso. Oh, he's making it fresh right in front of me. And he speaks English because he's from Indonesia.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah. My name is Teiji.
Teiji.
Teiji. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, I gotta bite it real quick. It's so hot and fresh. Oh yeah, this is delicious. So these are called tansan senbei, and they're actually made with the hot spring water in this area, so it's carbon acid. And the thing about these senbei is you gotta bite into it within 5 seconds because it's super chewy and soft, but then it turns into a crispy cracker treat afterwards. And it's only lightly sweetened, so it's something you can just grab and enjoy. Delicious. Oishii desu. Meccha oishii. They don't have any egg inside here either, so for people with dietary requirements, you're probably gonna be fine eating these. And they have souvenirs if you want to take them home as a great memory of your time here in Arima Onsen. Arigatou gozaimashita. Welcome to one of the most beautiful onsen ryokan that you'll ever stay at. This is Taketori-te Maruyama, and I'm in this fusion room. So we've got Japanese tatami, but then if you come over here, we've got Western style beds. So this is an awesome fusion of both the Western and Japanese architecture. Look how beautiful it is. And this is the kind of place that you can stay at overnight if you want to spend more time in this lovely onsen town. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without its own private onsen, guys. I need to show you this. Come over here. There's a private onsen with a wooden log and water flowing out of it. Incredible. And it's also outside, so it's not too steamy. You've got the fresh, crisp air, as well as a nice view of a Japanese garden. Let me just show you the tatami room where you can actually relax. We've got a TV, we've got this nice moody lighting, and then the window, my favorite spot outside of the onsen, because you can just sit here and admire the nature. Because this area is such a beautiful escape to a natural area. If you want to get out of the city, Kobe is known for its nature. Like we've got the harbour, we've got the water, we've got the mountain, and of course we've got some beautiful trees, and they're slowly turning to a red colour. By the way, they also have really nice Western rooms as well if you don't want any kind of Japanese elements, and they're very fancy. I had a little peek, but I'm a fan of these Japanese style rooms, so that's me. Well, there is an onsen in my room, but I'm actually going to go in a private one because they have 8 private ones. So I've got that prepared and I'll see you there. Can you hear the sound of the water gushing behind me? This is the freshest onsen you'll get inside. It's amazing. I'm literally in the mountains. I can't believe Kobe has an onsen out here. This is definitely something you should add to your Japan bucket list because it's on mine now, even though I'm here. And this place actually has about 8 private onsens that are outdoor and some are indoor that you can, if you do stay here as a guest, you can ask them to reserve it. And it's great because if you have tattoos or it's your first time, you can just come here and relax and take your own time. Because you really should. It's just so calming and peaceful. There's actually a bamboo forest right behind me. It's in the name of the onsen, Take. And I'm actually in a gold one right now. So you can see it's a little murky, and that's because of the minerals inside here. There's iron, but on the other side of me to the right, there's a silver onsen. And they're slightly different, but they both help with muscle pain and helping your skin. So it's just a nice onsen experience. I used to live in Kyoto for so many years and had no idea this hidden gem existed. So I'm really glad we can share this with you guys because it's honestly unreal. When you think of Kobe, you might think of Kobe beef first, but it's actually really well known for their sake. And I'm standing outside a brewery here in Nadagogo, which used to comprise of 5 villages, but now there are lots of places that are brewing sake. And I'm really excited because I just learnt that Kobe is actually the largest producer of sake in the entire country. So that means it's the largest producer in the entire world. All right, I'm gonna taste some sake and take you along for the ride because it's literally gonna be a ride. I'm actually lightweight, so we'll see how this goes. I forgot to mention, if you see one of these bowls hanging outside, this is a sign that they care about sake, and there might be a sake brewery or they could be outside restaurants as well. And right now it's brown. That means the sake is mature. So if it's bright green, it's just the start of the sake process. So yeah, that's a cool thing to look out for when you're visiting Japan. Whoa. All right, we're going inside. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm getting a happy, which is one of the coats. Osoroide. Right here, this is what an old rice cooker looked like for sake. That's incredible. So I'm learning so much about how sake was made back in the olden days where they didn't have all the technology, and it's actually incredible how much work it took because people lived in these sake like factory areas in these tatami rooms because they had to continually work on it. Like this is the way they would heat it up, and yeah, there's so many steps. It's really amazing. Yeah, I have a new appreciation for sake. I'm excited to drink it now. I mean, look how big the barrels are. They're massive, absolutely huge. Yeah, so 25 days in here and then another 25 days in the next barrel over there. It takes 50 days to finalize the sake and reach like the fully brewed. We're going in to see them actually making the sake barrels. This is a really rare opportunity. Oh, niyoi shimasu. Smells like the sugi tree branches, yeah. It takes 100 years to grow them. We get to witness them making the sake barrel right here. It smells really nice. Apparently, in the old days when you got sake, it would be inside one of these wooden barrels that are like from sugi. So the flavor and the smell of the sake was different. And these days, people still want that smell, so you can buy them inside these barrels. And I hope I can try it later because that's really unique. I just got to enjoy a private tour around the Kikumasamune Brewery, and now it's time for a tasting. I've got 3 different sakes here, and it's really interesting because this one on the right It's gonna be my first time trying a nama sake, which is essentially a sake that hasn't even got in, it's not even in a bottle. It's just been brewed like a few days ago, 2, and it's at its purest form. So let me give it a try. It's so light and refreshing. Okay, so this is my base reference and I'm gonna go along. So I just went inside, we just saw all the barrels of the cedar, and this is a sake that's actually brewed inside of them, and apparently it smells different. So I'm gonna see if that's true. Okay, I can tell that they're brewed inside those barrels, but I'm gonna see if it changes the flavor. That is quite different. It's got almost like a woody flavor to it, which makes sense. This is really unique. I don't think I've ever had a sake like that. I feel like they're karakuchi. Is it karakuchi? Yeah, they're very like spicy. All right, and the last one here is actually one of their new products, and it's only available in Hyogo Prefecture, which is where we are in Kobe right now. This one's a lot sweeter. Is this a sweeter one? Yeah, so we've got a sweet, a bit of like a spicy one, and then like the fresh one, which I feel like was also a little karakuchi. So this is really fun coming here and doing a tasting, and I believe you can do it for free here if you do visit yourself. But now I just think I need to try one more activity where I heard I can hit the barrels.
Wow. Yeah.
Yay! What's supposed to happen? I thought there would be sake pouring out, but this was really fun. Thank you so much for the tour. Arigatou gozaimasu. Well, I have to keep drinking. Should we kanpai?
Kanpai.
Kanpai. I'm at a restaurant inside Sakura Masamune, which is another sake brewery really close to the previous one, and I'm here to eat some nabe, which is Japanese hot pot. And this one is actually 50% the broth is sake, which is so crazy. I've never heard of that concept before. So I'm gonna get started on eating because I am starved, and I've got some atsukan on the way. Arigatou gozaimasu. Which is hot sake. Woo! Oh, that's hot. So you can get the best sake at these places because they're brewing it in-house. All right, ooh, and it's a different kind of style cup. Kanpai to you guys, and itadakimasu. This is the perfect way to end my autumn trip. And I'm gonna put some of my vegetables inside because this nabe, it consists of 2 different soups. So I've got soy milk on the left, as well as on the right, I've got ryu and goma, which is like sesame. And if you come here, you may see on the other side, I have a variety of like meat and seafood and beef and veggies, but I asked for a veggie only option, so you can do that here if you order it in advance. All right, enough talk, let's go. Cabbage. Nabe is the perfect way to enjoy the cold, chilly weather here in Japan. I'm so indecisive, but they have 5 different kinds of soup here. Okay, time to enjoy this. I'm super curious as to how this will taste because I've never had a broth with sake, but of course it'll evaporate and the flavor will change. I'll start with the soy milk one first. Itadakimasu. Oh boy, I like that. I like that a lot. It's got such a rich flavor. The combination of the dashi and the sake, it complements so well. It's so tasty. This might be my favorite nabe ever. I'm curious about the other side because that's got some spice to it. This is the kind of thing that warms your heart in the winter. I can smell the sesame. Ooh, it's a little spicy. This side is definitely not as rich, but it kind of is a nice balance. I feel like I did well in choosing a rich one and a lighter broth, but they definitely both have like a unique flavor because of that sake aspect. Ooh, that's spicy. Even though this has 50% sake, you can't taste it. So if you're not the best with sake, like Nihonshu, don't worry, you can totally enjoy this. And this can be your way of enjoying Japanese sake. One other thing is that this area, the Naragogo Sake Brewery, is just so different to all the other breweries I visited in Japan because you can actually experience food and sit down and have restaurants. And I like that about it. It's something you just expect it to be like breweries and sake tasting, but there's a lot more to it. And it's got like a rich history and culture. Of course, because it produces the most sake in Japan. It has so many little things that you wouldn't even know existed, like this nabe hot pot. My time in Kobe has been incredible. The views, the onsen, the food, the people, I have loved every second of it, and I hope you guys have the opportunity to visit Kobe for yourself. Let me know down below what your favorite spot was and where you'd like to visit the most. Like, subscribe for more, and thank you Kobe for letting us visit. We'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys. Ooh, sake time, baby. Let's not get wasted. もう一回乾杯. We're just gonna 乾杯 all of them. It's like shots now. Ah! My God.
クラシックにお願いします。